We have no crisis today. So I have a story about crisis averted. We're all worried about the price of our homes. I'm going to show you how bad it could be in the US. And I'm going to plug a business. That business. Let me start there. Search this. J94 Design. They do this. And that. And the social feed is filled with stuff like this and that. You've heard me mention my wife Joanna many times. This is their business. Joanna and her son are partners in this. And they do fantastic work. I'm jealous because we haven't done this in our own house yet. Like I said, go to the search bar, look up J94 Design, give them a follow, give them some likes. And if you like what you see, send them a message. All right, crisis averted for Alberta. Canada's oil sand production set for record high in 2025. Everybody was expecting things to be a disaster in Alberta this summer. Prices were falling. Production was going to shut down. That ain't happening. Despite lower oil prices, Canada's oil sand production is expected to reach an annual all-time high of 3.5 million barrels per day this year, thanks to optimization and efficiency at producing the assets. That's a big burden off the shoulder of the people of Alberta, the province of Alberta, and the country on the whole. Let's hope this is the story for Canada in general, despite possible catastrophic outcomes, that turns out to be not so bad at all. All right, lastly, the grass is always greener on the other side of the border. I am constantly told about how cheap real estate is in the US. Most of the time it's by people who don't do the conversion. They compare US dollars to Canadian dollars directly, which is, you can't do that. Also, they love to compare the most popular locations in our country to the least popular location in theirs. Like here, we're always looking at the GTA or Vancouver, and then the comparison is always like South Texas or, the Carolinas. That's not a one-to-one comparison. Like for Toronto, the closest analogy is New York City. I know. You're all like, oh, Toronto's not New York. But yeah, Toronto is. Toronto is a global hub. Vancouver's the same thing. You want to compare prices of Vancouver to other things, you have to compare Vancouver to something like California. Here's an example. This is in Brooklyn, $795,000 US, which means that place is a little over $1 million Canadian. This historic building in San Diego, built in 1896, is almost $1 million. That's like 1.4 million Canadian. It's San Jose. This place in San Jose, $1.4 million. It might be 1,000 square feet. Might. Considering the median list price, median income level, and estimated tax insurance payments of $95,496, it would take a stunning 90 to 95% down payment for a family to buy a house. Again, we're always complaining about how difficult it is here, and it is difficult here. I'm not saying it's not. I keep saying we need to get paid more. But before you go looking down south saying, oh, things are so much better there, it's not. Assuming a May 2025 average mortgage rate of 6.82%. 0.82. Etc. Using this formula, the typical family would need to spend 44.6% of their income, well above the 30% affordability benchmark, to afford a median-priced $440,000 home. It's not far off from where we are. And again, that's across the country. That's not at the most expensive locations, which is very similar to what we have here. Nearly all large U.S. metro areas are out of reach for middle-income families. I'm going to repeat that, just so it gets in there. Nearly all large U.S. metros are out of reach for middle-income families. There's Los Angeles. Median income, $91,300. Median list price, $1.2 million. Monthly mortgage, taxes, and insurance, $9,958, which is 104.5% of median income. San Diego, San Jose, a little bit more affordable, but it's 77 and 72% of median income. Do you think if they just built more houses, it would be cheaper? Yeah, no, it won't be.